Alright, well, first thing, let's talk about the number chord progression thing. So, just demonstrate real quick here. So, you got first set of chords, everything starting on the E string. And you're going to run through each of the chord progressions just one time. Just got to play it correctly one time, and that's it. So, there's a big chunk to get through, but at the same time, you might be surprised how quick you get through it. So, hopefully that's loud enough. Alright, so 1, 4, 5, 4 progression. C, F, G, F, and C again. So basically, you'll have a metronome on, or just be able to play smoothly just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Repeat. And that's all you do. Play it correctly just one time, and then you move on to the next one. So then the 6, 2, 3, 2. On to the next one. As soon as you get that done, all you got to do is play it correctly one time and you're good. So the next one being the 1, 5, 6, 4. So when doing this one, I'm going to be playing the 1 here, the 5 down there instead of up here. So I'm going to be doing the 1, 5, 6, 4. I might want to play this one a little slower since I have to change shapes on this. So 1, 5, 6, 4, 1, 5, 6, 4, 1. Now, technically, you could play the 5 chord or the G chord up here, but you're going to be bouncing back and forth a lot. I find it's more efficient to go to the 5 chord in this progression down here. So when you have your sets of chords that have the low octave and the high octave, pick what you feel is the most efficient for what you're trying to play. And then once you hit that, you can knock out this next one, the 6, 4, 1, 5. 6, 4, 1, 5. So basically the same chords, just starting with the 6th chord instead of the 1 chord. So 6, 4, 1, 5. 6, 4, 1, 5, 6, 4, 1, 5. So I'm hitting the first chord again at the end there to finish the progression. And you just keep running through them like that, just one after the next, only needing to play it correctly one time and then move on, so this way you get to mess around with all those triad shapes. So let's see what we got next here. 2, 6, 3, 5. So I'd probably play the 5 on up here instead of going all the way down. So let's see, we got your 2, 6, 3, 5, 2, 6, 3, 5, 2. And then, so I'm like looking back and forth at the screen where I got the progression there. So you could do that too, just go back and forth. Again, it just doesn't really matter how fast you play it, so long as it's smooth, correct, timing in the transition. Just everything's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we got 3, 1, 5, 6, and I like to say the number as I go to help familiarize yourself with what's happening there. And you can say the chord name too, whichever one works for you. Well, one thing to not do, which is what some people do, you don't want to print out the sheet that has your numbered chord progressions and then write out the chord name next to it. That kind of defeats the purpose of getting used to the chord number system. I've had some students, they'll print it out, they'll write out the chord name next to everything. Like, well, now I got to give you a new one, or a new sheet, because this, usually working in person with someone. So when we move on to other chords, like the 7th chord, suspended chords, and things like that, you're going to be looking at that specific chord name instead of just the number itself. So anyway, so 3, 1, 5, 6. So 3, 1, 5, 6, 3, 1, 5, 6, and then we got 6, 7, 1, 5, 6, 7, 1, 5, 6, 7, 1, 5. So that's a pretty simple one once you get the hang of it. I guess the biggest thing is going to be hitting that stretch. So I think you use your middle finger for the D note for that flat 3 in the diminished shape. That's fine. Third finger feels better for me. Alright, and then we got, ooh, this one's going to be jumpy. We got the 4, 7, 1, 3. 4, 7, 1, 3, 4, 7, 1, 3. Feel free to change the pace of how you strum this, just like I demonstrated. And that's it. So that was all done. See, recording time right now is 6 minutes and 11 seconds. So basically, you get the hang of this, you can run through a whole thing in 5 minutes. Obviously, you got to get used to it first. But again, that's all you got to do, just one time, and then go on to the next. And once you do that, you go through all 8 progressions, then move on to the next set of chords. Let's see. So everything starting on the A string, and then you do the same thing, and then once that's done, you move on to, it won't show them the next part, but then yeah, then you move up to starting on the D string, and then finish with the G string. Okay. So, I'm not going to go through all those. I want, let's have you work those out. Just remember, when you come across something that might, there's a set of strings, like, you know, the C chord down here, the C chord up here, use whatever one seems to be most efficient, so whatever you're closest to. I gotta change something here, and there you go. And actually, let's look at this one. So this is using the Dorian shape, a little more complicated finger pattern to work on. So just like last time, if you get this to 240 beats a minute, send me a video for this exercise and this one. And then I'll let you know if everything sounds good, and then you can move on to doing the triplets instead. So, let's demonstrate this at some varying speeds. So, starting with 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go up to 120. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 240, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just so we can hear it, we can do triplets instead now. Back down to 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Um, 120. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 141. Whoops. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 160, I believe, is the equivalent of notes per second. So basically 160 beats a minute with triplets. Same amount of notes per second as eighth notes at 240 beats a minute. So basically, if you get this exercise and then the next one up to 240 beats a minute with eighth notes, you definitely should be hitting at least 160 when you move on to the triplets, because it's the same speed. So something to keep in mind there. So here it is at 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to do a couple more, because the goal is to get eighth note triplets up to 240 beats a minute as well. So here it is at 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see if I can do it at 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a particular pattern I practice a whole heck of a lot. But hey, at least you got to 240. So like at this point is when you can graduate on to doing sextuplets, 6 notes a beat or something like this. But anyway, let's go ahead and demonstrate the next one. So basically just the descending portion in that Dorian shape. So we'll start with eighth notes, and then do some triplets, and call it a day. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. $200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. A big time rush, jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $60. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $240. 40. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Well, there we go. I believe that covers everything. But as always, if any questions come up, let me know. I'll see you again on Sunday.